Blue skies shining on me. Nothing but blue waffles do I see. I think that was a Claritin commercial or something. So, hi. How are you? Yeah, you. Yes. Yeah, you. What's going on? What's today? Today is the 30th of December. 30 December 2018. Facebook, Pasco County. That one's for you, Andre. So I wake up today and I see this thing, this picture, this Facebook post, this. And I was on it last night. And Penny News and Travels with Tasha, we all hung out. We went to Chili's, baby back ribs. We had lunch and we spoke. And Tasha is an amazing person. She doesn't take no crap from the police or the courts. And she knows how to put things in writing that will blow your mind. She made this thing. She wrote, hopefully she'll let me interview her and we'll publish what she wrote and tell the whole story. But Tasha's not your average person. She reads and reads and reads and reads and reads and reads. And this thing that she wrote out for the court, she got a citation from this department right here, this gang right here. Let's see here. Unity is strength. We fight as one. They show up at her house for a noise complaint because she has some chronic complainers. See, I'm about to tell you a story. She got a noise complaint, and then they started rooting around her yard, gave her a distressed vehicle ticket, and then lack of address, the same one they retaliated against me with for the mailbox, even though they don't have jurisdiction over the mailbox. Isn't that awesome? But you know, unity is strength. And when they're united against you, you really see their strength. So anyway, this is a picture they posted on their Facebook, which they don't block comments, which I'm actually surprised. So Tasha writes in here, Bloods, Crips, MS-13, Latin Kings, Hells Angels, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. I love that there's 75 ways to spell Al-Qaeda. Etc., etc., are unified as well. The Nazis were unified as well at one time. How are you any different? You're not. Now, mind you, and then I put we conspire as one, hashtag we conspire as one. I didn't even see this. So that's funny but chilling because it's true, says Tasha. Haters gonna hate. Oh, time for me to write a reply. I have it fully documented. Dummy. Facts. Don't care about your ignorant opinion. Oh, let me fix that. So grammar Nazis can't go after that when they run out of arguments. Cool. So let's go back to where I was. See? That's how you get sidetracked. That's how you get nothing done. That's why you can only make one video a day when you watch tons of material. So Tasha writes, and here's some of the stuff the sheep write. Stay safe and please stop the people lighting illegal fireworks in residential neighborhood. And there's no way see, there's a laughing emoji because that's all that happens. God bless you. Be safe. Thank you for what you do selflessly, so tirelessly every day. And my family are very grateful for your unity, your strength, and your valor. Just to give you an idea of what some of the comments say. So when Tasha, who's been targeted, and me, who's been targeted, come and read this stuff, it makes us semi-nauseous. So again, she writes, Blood, Crips, MS-13, Latin Kings, Hell's Angels, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, etc., are unified as well. The Nazis were unified as well at one time. How are you any different? You're not. Oh, angry emoji. Oh, angry emoji. Let's see what we got here. First comment, troll. Let me look in the mirror. All right. Let's go back. I hate how Facebook jumps and jumps and jumps. Troll. And Frank trolled the Nazis, and stating facts is not trolling. That's a good response from Tasha. What does this have to do with anything in 2018? All that stuff is over and done. So Kimberly Phillips weighing in with the hot take. All of what is all said and done? Bloods and Crips, MS-13, Latin Kings, and Hells Angels are all said and done. ISIS is all said and done. The only thing that's said and done is the Nazis, kinda. They're just not as strong as they were then. They're very small pockets in rural areas of America. Rural. I hate that word. I can't say that word. I hate that word. It needs to be struck from the English language. Okay, Kimberly, you watch too much TV. Oh, laughy emoji and a peace symbol. Oh, Kimberly Phillips with the 1-2 punch. First, a dumb comment with no facts, and then you watch too much TV. Tasha doesn't watch TV. See, these people are just ignorant. So Tasha says, if you know your history, you know your future. These things have happened and will happen again if we're not careful. Ooh, angry emoji. Another one didn't like the truth. The truth right hook from Tasha Teeling. I stand by what I said. That post has nothing to do with history. What happened, happened. What happened, happened. I stand by what I post. So you stand by the lies that you posted in non-factual comment. Ignorance is bliss, I suppose. There you go. See, Tasha understands. There will never be another Rome either, or another USSR, etc., etc. This is so disrespectful to these men and women who put their lives on the line selflessly to serve and protect us. Big difference. Melissa Parrish. Let's see. The Supreme Court has ruled more than once that police are under zero obligation to protect anyone. You can't sue the police department for not protecting you. If you call 911, they have absolutely zero legal obligation to respond to you at all. They don't have to respond to any call. And Castle Rock versus Gonzalez, I believe, Melissa, if you want to take a peek at that case law, is one of the ones that says police don't have to protect anyone. So another, good, there's a laughy emoji there. Someone's laughing hard at that. And they should be, because it's very laughable, that comment. Kimberly Phillips seems like, Nilsa. Kimberly Phillips seems like she has to have the last word. Live PD, Pasco sheriffs, and other departments we follow is to show support, not bash them. So, Nilsa, 3 of the live PD cops from Pasco have all been in trouble. One masturbated in public and then tried to smear his semen on a woman's face. I believe his name was Mercado. Another live PD cop got drunk at a bar, drove, crashed, left his police-issued pistol in the car, and fled the scene. And there was a third one. And the third one committed false arrest against a guy because he didn't know the law and he enforced his own opinion. So sorry Nilsa. Again, facts are not... When the people who support police, you're going to see, they don't live in a factual world. They don't live in reality. They're literally, their impulses move them around the world. Facts have no bearing on how they think. Oh, here's Chris Shaffer. Don't bother with her. A quick look at her page and every other post is anti-police, anti-government BS. I know I commented on this. Anti-police and government is what the founding fathers called patriotism. They didn't call it BS, they called it patriotism. What you're doing is BS. All right, so Tasha comes back swinging. These people are as fallible as anyone, even more so because power corrupts. A quick Google search will reveal some of their crimes. Look a bit deeper and find corruption in the judicial system, which she absolutely has, and she's absolutely shown me. I'll think an officer, when they're constitutional, probably be quite a while, if ever, which is a complete fact. Again, Tasha deals with facts. Oh, so she knocks that guy out, or whoever. Now she goes for Melissa. They have no obligation to serve and protect. Many Supreme Court cases have confirmed this. Oh, man. Looks like people who deal with facts in court case precedent understand what the police are about, and the people who don't deal in facts don't. Here's just reading this thread, you can see the pulse of the Pasco County bootlickers. Look at their motto, for instance. Take a look at their uniforms. Do you see a flag? If you do, it's not red, white, and blue. Exactly. They use the gang flag, the blue line flag. That represents their gang. And they've also co-opted the Punisher logo. And she ain't done yet. Coming through with the left cross here, if there's a such thing. Every single interaction with them has been negative, malicious, and vexatious. I don't even know what that means. But it's probably bad. It's all public record. They abuse their powers. I have video and written evidence to back it all up. Video and written evidence, and I've actually seen it, by the way. If there was good apples, the bad apples would be arrested. This is a concept, another concept the sheep don't understand. When there's the few bad apples argument, well, there's a few bad apples. The farmers pick those apples out so they don't ruin the rest. The few bad apples actually been promoted to the top in the current American police force, and they control the rest of the apples that will go bad because the bad apples don't get plucked out. Have I destroyed that analogy yet? I sure hope so. The good apples will not do this because it's a fraternity, gang, what have you. Go ahead and try to request a public record. They will. I don't want to click that because it might ruin this video. And then okay, Pasco County. Oh yeah, okay, it's me talking now. Pasco County sheriffs absolutely take malicious actions for political purpose. They did it to me. People like you, school, Pasco, For someone to say that is usually indicative of their criminal mindset. They protect us from people like you. Denise Blackford. People like who? Us? People, man, the police protect us from people like you who do research and cite case laws and read the law. Denise needs protection from Tasha and I because neither of us have a criminal history, never been arrested, never hurt anybody. But we actually know the laws and we know the facts of what's going on in police culture and the police world, so to speak. So Denise needs protection from us. What she's saying is people who know facts and stuff and do research, they want the police to keep us away from them so we don't have to burst their little perception bubble. Here's Jonathan Drake, whoever this guy is. Scumbag is what he is. Listen, bro, you don't make sense anyway. Lay off the drugs, bro. Oh, wait. Are you female? Weird because you look like a man. So he's going after Tasha's looks now. She says all this like from a guy choking on cop D's. I told Mr. Drake I saw his mother and he might want to be careful. So this guy says, this is the whole reason I started this video, so I can respond to this douchebag. Chris Shaffer. People like Tasha are people who blame the cop writing their speeding ticket instead of themselves for speeding. So this guy is ultimate sheep vagina right here, Chris Shaffer. Blame the cop instead of themselves for speeding. First of all, okay, and they spout S like speeding isn't a crime. Well, Mr. Chris Shaffer, speeding isn't a crime. Okay? It's a traffic code violation. Traffic code is not law. Again, this is Chris Shaffer who's just going to spout his stupid opinions because he has no clue how laws are, what a crime is versus a statute versus a regulation versus a traffic infraction versus code versus ordinance. Chris Shaffer is If the government says to do it, you just do it, and you don't blame them for imposing their unlawful will against you. If a cop says you're going 56 and a 55, he has the right to impede your freedom and take your money under the threat of violence. And if you try to get away, they have the right to use extreme violence against you up and until lethal force if you decide to get away from them for not turning over your little piece of plastic. That's Chris Shaffer's mentality. Code, ordinance, statute, regulation, felony, misdemeanor, Chris don't care. If it's on the books, you need to do it or else you're going to be threatened under duress with violence. They spout, they spout stuff like speeding isn't a crime. Well, it isn't a crime, so you're saying she spouts stuff that's factual because speeding isn't a crime. Or, I don't legally have to have a driver's license. Again, this has been argued in court many times. There's case law, Chris, not just your opinion. I know you live in the land of Chris's opinion, but if you read case law, there is an actual argument here because a license is paid permission to do something that you did not already have the legal right to do. A lot of people think they have the right to travel in a free country. I know that's a foreign concept to you, Chris, because you're a bootlicking sheep vagina, but just imagine freedom if you didn't need a plastic permission card to travel in your own country. Isn't that crazy, Chris? Some people call that freedom. You probably think that's anarchy. No way you get to go around like free and travel around and guys with guns not stop you. Who do you think you are, a free American? I'm sorry, Chris. I know we're attempting to do something super extreme like enjoy our life freely without gunmen stopping us at their will. Oh, here we go. Oh, because they care more about their perceived liberties. Perceived liberties. The only one using perception, Chris, is you. Our liberties are enshrined in the Constitution. Have you ever read it? It's not perception. It was written by men who risked their lives for real, not like today's police force. By the way, roofers and garbage men are more dangerous job than police. Before you just spew propaganda under your cop blue waffle-filled mouth. What a dummy. No wonder I made this video, because this guy's so dumb. So Chris thinks that we're the ones that have perceived our liberties written in the Constitution. We're perceiving them. We're not just reading them. Instead, he's the one perceiving that anything on paper, statute, code, regulation, if we don't do it, it's a crime. You're the only person with any perception going on here. Okay, let me get to the second paragraph now. It's really not hard to not have a run-ins with the law. Oh, that's funny, because I've never hurt anyone in my life. I've never damaged anyone's property in my life that I haven't paid for without the cops, that is, anyway. And somehow I've had almost 30 run-ins with the cops. Don't steal. Don't hit your significant other. Oh, don't steal. Okay, so this guy's listing all the things that cops do professionally. Steal, hit your significant other. 40% of police abuse their wives, Chris Shaffer. You're going to deny that because your perception of what reality is so far up the police's rear end that facts aren't your thing. 40%, that's 2 to 4 times the national average. Police abuse their significant other. Are you listening, Chris? Police steal. Who steals more than police? When they have you on the side of the road, when you didn't hurt anybody or do anything to anybody, and they say now you owe us $265, that is gunmen at your car telling you that you're going to pay them $265 or else. That's stealing. Take the costume off, and it's stealing. Anyone else without the costume does the same action. It's considered carjacking, robbery, theft, racketeering, and extortion. But when they put a costume on, Chris believes it's law, crimes. Don't hit your significant other. Again, police, 40% of police abuse their wives. Don't do illegal drugs. Okay, again, this is what police do. And the only people who really want drugs to be illegal and who benefit from it the most are policemen and drug dealers. If drugs were legal, police force would be like cut down by 2/3, and there would be no illegal drug dealers because there'd be no illegal drugs. Politicians and people like you who enable this stuff cause these problems. Don't speed, another idiot comment. Seriously, it's not hard. While people like you live all hurt, he means butt hurt, because you are irresponsible. Oh, people like Tasha and I who have never committed a crime or hurt anybody are irresponsible. Somehow we end up in court being retaliated against by the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. We're irresponsible for not breaking laws. We're irresponsible because we know 901.151 and when we have to ID and when we don't. And police get butt hurt when you research and know the law, just like sheep vaginas like Chris Shaffer here get butt hurt at people like us who actually read the law and know the difference between a code, an infraction, a statute, a crime, a misdemeanor. We know the difference. Sorry, Chris, that you don't know the difference and you live in your perceived world. See, okay, so we're irresponsible. The police who violate their oath, break the law, rape women and children, murder 1,200 people a year, murder unarmed people, they're not irresponsible. It's Tasha and I because we read law. I'm still not past the second paragraph. Most people live happily and have no issues with cops. That's because most people live in ignorant land who think cops are heroes because that's what they say on TV, and they do zero research, have read zero law, and just can't wait to get home and drink their six-pack or whatever it is they do. Why do you think that is? Well, I think I just answered you, buddy. The only thing that annoys me about cops is that there never seem to be around when some jackass is doing 80 and a 40. So the only thing that bothers Chris Shaffer, when they rape kids, that don't bother him. When they murder dogs, that don't bother him. When they break the laws they're paid to enforce, that don't bother him. The only thing that bothers, when they shoot unarmed people and murder people, that doesn't bother Chris, The only thing that bothers Chris is that they're not strict enough on people, that they're not everywhere all the time. Chris is upset that police are not omnipresent to bust people going faster than Chris likes. That's the only thing that bothers Chris Shaffer about the police. Usually in a slammed Honda Civic, so he's profiling people, or on a bike doing 80 and cutting people off. Sure, there's people like that. There's people like that. The police are never going to save you from people like that. The police cannot rescue you, bro. You cannot carry a cop around like you should just become a cop. You love them so much, and you don't think they do anything wrong, even though I've documented it with over 1,000 videos, all the crimes they commit. Tasha has documented it in writing. She writes stuff that'll give you chills, dude. You have no idea. You're a mental midget compared to Tasha. But Tasha, I'm guessing that's you doing those things, and your butt hurt when you get a ticket. You have growing up to do. Hey, Chris, your IQ is literally about 41.5. I'll give you the 0.5 because you can actually write into a Facebook post. You are so ignorant to reality. You are so ignorant to what police culture is. You are just ignorant. Oh, Tasha replied. Chris Shaffer, a speeding ticket or any other citation is a promise to appear. Oh, she's going to hit him with the facts. Facts don't mean anything. Only the clerk of court can write a summons based on probable cause, all deficient and void on their face. You got some learning to do. These people break the law all the time. 40% are domestic abuse. See, she knows. She's actually read something. 2 Hillsborough deputies just murdered women and children in the last 3 months. That's right. 1 PSO officer that we know of sexually assaulted a woman and attempted to frame a man. Another drove drunk multiple times and crashed destroying. I guess all that is okay, though. And that's it. So, Tasha deals with facts. I get pissed and make videos. You're a loser, bro. I don't know how you took a break from touching that blue waffle genitalia to write all this nonsense, but I mean, anyone who reads this is dumber. All right, buddy. There you go. I hope you enjoyed my channel and what I do. You're a punk, dude, to put it lightly.